Now look down, thou rich in sorrow's crown, with the grace of thy dear face, upon the woe in which I drown. With pierced heart and cruel smart, thou seest the death of him thine own. Thy looks and sighs for him and thee arise, to reach the Father's Son who can now know the pangs of woe, that leave their ache in every bone. The prayers I made, trembling, afraid, sweet saint unknown to thee alone. And wheresoe'er I turn, sorrow will burn, and anguish in my bosom start. Alone then with my fears, come tears on tears, come fit to break my heart. The flower pots in my window, wet with tears were they, where I'd stoop to pick you those flowers at break of day. And early came the sunlight, gold in my room it shed, but I sat lost in sorrow, in misery, on my bed. Save me, oh, save from death's distress, from all the shame and bitterness. Look down, thou rich in sorrow's crown, and mercy heed my pitiable need. I have been merry in many a crowd of lively comrades boasting loud, each drinking to his favorite lass, to pledge her honor with a glass. And on my elbows I would lean in quiet confidence serene, and listen while they bragged and cheered, and smile and gently stroke my beard, and say with brimming glass in hand, each to his taste, but in this land where is a maiden to be found so truly fair and sweet and sound as my dear Greta? Tell me who is fit to tie my sister's shoe. Here, the glasses clinked around while many cried his words are true, and pride of all her sex said some, so that the boasters all were dumb. And now a man could tear his hair, or dash his brains out in despair, with innuendos mocking glee. Each petty scoundrel sneers at me, while like a poor defaulter I at random words sit sweating hot. And though I long to smash a lot, I cannot give to one the lie. Who's this comes sneaking in the night? A couple, if I judge aright. If it is he, why then let's ride. He goes not from this place alive. How flickers from yon window in the night the altar lamp with wavering watchful flame, and even as that sacristy's dim light shows timid in the gloom, I feel the same thick clinging darkness gather on my soul. And I feel like a tomcat on the stroll, when sick with love he climbs the fire escape, and over walls and streaks his shadowy shape. I exercise a sort of moral right, in bits of thieving or of love's delight. Then through my members still will thrill and leap the love of our superb Walpurgis night, when 2 days hence the vigil that we keep will more than compensate our loss of sleep. But surely soon the treasure will be seen. Are we not followed by its glimmering sheen? The joy shall be seen, shall soon be yours, to lift the casket with the wondrous gift. 'Twas filled when last I had a squint with golden sovereigns from the mint. Is there no jewel then, or ring, fit to enhance my true love's grace? I think I know that such thing, a string of pearls would meet the case. Aye, good, for I am loath to go without a present to bestow. Sometimes a gentleman at large may take his pleasure free of charge, and while the glittering stars in heaven throng, I'll treat you to a first-class work of art. In fact, I'll sing a highly moral song, the better to befool her silly heart. Sweet Katie, sing, what make you pray at break of day outside your lover's door? He'll take, I swear, a maiden there, but forth shall fare a maid, alas, no more. Judges aright is ended quite, and so good night, your poor unhappy thing. When love is warm, trust no peace gone. Preserve your charm until you have the ring. Great God, whose virtue will you mar? Ratcatcher blast you fresh from hell. The devil take your damned guitar, and then the troubadours will. How sad! The lute is now a total loss. I promise next to break your head across. But be bold. So, doctor, don't give way. Stick close to me. You can't miscarry. Out with your toasting iron, I say. You do the thrusting while I parry. Then parry that. Why not? And that. Quite right. I think the very devil's in the fight. Hey, what comes over me? My arm is lame. Thrust home. Ah, God, now is the puppy time. Come quick. Good sir will do the vanishing trick. There soon will be a murderer's hullabaloo. Whether with police I know just what to do. The size invokes a name at which I stick. Neighbor, come quick. Oh, bring a light. There's then some brawling and a fight. There's one upon the ground as good as dead. The murderers, which way have they fled? But who lies here? It is your mother's son. Dear God Almighty, no. I'm dying. That is easy said, and still more easy done. Stand not above her round with looks of dread, nor moan, nor your women, but come near my dying words to hear. My Gretel, you so young and sweet, should be more clever and discreet, not blunder like a silly chit. And confidentially, what's more, I tell you that you are a whore, so make a job of it. Grant us, dear God, to give me such a name. The Lord God can be left out in this game. The thing is done, and sad to say, it now must bear, as best it may. You've started secretly with one, but others soon will scent the fun. You intrigue with a dozen men, and all the town can have you then. A newborn shame at first appears, secure and clandestine light. Then with muffled eyes and ears she hides herself in veils of night. Then when you, what? The creature slaves, she grows up rank and waxes bold, and shows herself by light of day, though none but prettier to behold. The uglier her features grow, the more she puts herself on show. I speak as one who now foresees that honest citizens one day, as from a carcass of disease, from you, you whore, will shrink away, then shall the heart within you falter, to look in eyes that sadly stare, for you no golden chains to wear, nor shall you then draw near the altar, no more, with collars of fine lace. At chances shall you take your ease, but hide yourself in some foul place, with beggars, cripples, and disease. Forgiveness be as God shall please, but here may you be blasted with disgrace. Ask for your soul, the Lord's redeeming, not spending your parting breath blaspheming. Could I but reach your shriveled shape, your pimping female jackanape, for all my sins I'd hope to find a grace entirely to my mind. Dear brother, this is agony. I tell you, let your weeping be, for when you cut yourself apart from honor, you stab my heart. Now to the solemn sleep of death I go, an honest soldier, God receive me